From New York to New Zealand and from Tokyo to Tennessee, this is Expert TV, bringing you answers from the experts. And now your host, Brad Ross.
Welcome back to Expert TV. I'm Brad Ross, and I'm joined by Cookie Jensen, the Northeast's foremost female ventriloquist. Cookie, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Brad. It's an honor to be on your show.
And
so it's my pleasure.
It's a pleasure to chat with you here today. Cookie, tell us a little bit about what you do.
Well, I am a vocal illusionist, and what I do is use ventriloquism and puppetry to create a wonderful experience for all of the guests and the audiences. And I find that the people that hire me are always very happy with the result because their audience is impressed.
That's incredible. Now, being a ventriloquist, I'm sure, is not an easy task by any means. I've tried, didn't do very well at it. How did you get started in ventriloquism and puppetry?
Well, when I was about 5 years old, my Aunt Jenny was watching me play with my dolls, and she noticed that they were talking. I was making them talk without moving my lips. So she bought me a ventriloquist dummy. And from that point on, I continued entertaining at schools and churches and events. And I've since then performed throughout the United States and throughout many countries of the world.
So this is truly not just a hobby, this is a lifelong passion.
Yes, and it's also because I've never had a lesson. So that kind of makes me...
So this is a natural?
It just kind of came naturally to me.
Wow. And I've seen you perform, and it is very impressive, and she is very, very funny. One thing I just found out about you as well is that you're a former educator in addition.
Yes. Yes, so that I can use my educational background to relate really well to the children in the audience. But I also find that the ventriloquism appeals not only to the young, but to the young at heart, people of all ages.
What do you think is one of the misconceptions about hiring a ventriloquist or a professional entertainer for an event?
Well, for me personally, excuse me, many people think
if you lose your voice, I'll try my vent routine on you there, okay?
I wish I could throw a voice here because I have a little laryngitis.
Which has got to be devastating to a ventriloquist.
Yeah, because then the puppets have laryngitis too.
It spreads all through the trunk.
Well, very often the people assume a ventriloquist is a male, and they may assume that they're not of a high quality. But for me, having done it for so long, I'm really very technically accomplished and also very skilled at bifurcation, which is splitting so that there's really, the puppet becomes another character. In fact, I had a show last night, and this morning, when someone spoke to me, they said, "Oh, how is the brat doing?" Like, not how is that puppet, but because he was called the brat, they were actually asking about him. And I might add one more thing. When I was performing in China, I had learned Chinese, and they enjoyed the show very much, except one time, they just politely clapped. And so we found out that through question and answer time afterwards, they said, how do you put the battery? How does that work with the battery? And we realized we have to explain. And from now on, now I always try to move my lips a little bit so they know that it's me.
That's very interesting. Look at that. Well, this has been an absolute pleasure getting to know you here a little bit today. How can folks learn more about bringing you to one of their events so you can dazzle them with your vocal illusions?
Well, please check me out on Cookie, Cookie, Jensen, JENSEN.com. And I would be delighted to come and do vocal illusions for your group.
Excellent. So check her out, cookiejensen.com. Thank you so much, Cookie.
Thank you, Brad.
And we'll be back right after this.